Welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and North Club Corner, episode 8.
So join in the chorus.
We've received so much feedback from you all, so keep going. We enjoy hearing your thoughts on the Kangas. Let's get into it. Vito, what are we going to talk about today?
What do you want to talk about? I've got a couple of players I could target, but I mean,
Are we going? Yeah, go on.
it's all. You can target whoever you like, but the senior players are the ones that are going to cop a barrage here.
What senior players?
Okay.
There are none.
Number 2,
Number 2,
he's been around for a long time now.
he looks like he's been around for a long time.
I've defended him for a long time, Jaden Stevenson. It's time.
But honestly, he's been okay. He kicked a couple of goals
Yeah, I know, but
and he wasn't as bad as he was the week before. Do you agree?
no, the week.
Yeah,
No, the week.
The Adelaide game.
Oh my goodness me! Was he frightened?
Frightened.
Frightened. Okay. Another one. The best 35 possession game I've ever seen.
The best.
We spoke about that. I'm being smart. We spoke about this briefly in our episodes, but I want to elaborate a little bit more on what did you think of his game? And let's be brutally honest here.
I'll use one of your analogies. He kicked with his shin 17 times, I thought.
Yep.
I thought his follow-up was lazy.
Yeah.
Like he didn't get to the next contest.
Yep.
He picked and chose what contests he wanted to get to.
Yep.
I didn't think he tackled. I don't think he chased. I think it was kick chasing.
And he got easy. He got some easy kicks.
Got
I know
easy
he gets
outs.
some clearances. I mean, do you know the clearance? I didn't see the
Don't
clearance
know.
count. Yeah,
Don't
I don't
know.
really care because his usage is.
But you're right. 34 possessions, and he wasn't in the best, I don't reckon.
So I look at this and say to myself, okay, where's the improvement? I hear Clarko go improvement. Where's the improvement?
There is none.
Have you seen any?
No, I haven't. I'll be honest. What I saw Saturday night, it was every week. I feel like I'm a 12-year-old saying a very naive thing.
Talking about 12-year-old, I got one for you.
Go on.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Owen.
Owen who?
Owen 9.
Owen 9.
That's a good stat.
Well, lucky you say that because we might win this week and you'll never be able to say that joke again.
Are you kidding?
That is a good stat.
This
Owen
will-
9.
This will go to none and 20, but Owen, I like Owen.
Good old Owen. I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, when I was young, we are the worst team ever.
Yeah.
Every week I think we're the worst. Well, every week
We are.
we are getting worse.
And look, it's 10-goal losses.
Owen
It's
9.
50-point. It's 50-point losses. This week we've said it could be anything between 80 and 100
okay,
points.
I've got a theory behind that, which I haven't told you about.
Go for it.
Not a theory, but maybe a prediction. They're losing by 10, 11 goals.
Yep.
Somewhere along the line, everyone goes, somewhere along the line they're going to win one. No. It is cherry ripe this week because
yes.
Essendon are not the best team in the comp. They're not on top of the ladder.
No.
They are trying to kill every week. They are right on their game.
Yep.
This is where a team in the bottom half of the 8 has a chance to slaughter a side.
Oh, this is it.
Essendon could kick 25 goals this week,
Oh, they will.
and North could kick 5.
Oh, you're talking about over 100 points.
Slaughter. This is the perfect opening for Essendon to absolutely. I'm not talking record.
And you want me to sit
margins,
through
right?
You want me to sit through a live stream?
Yeah, you're going to.
You want me to sit through a live stream of 20-goal loss?
It is going to be a slaughter. The perfect storm. You've got Essendon coming in off the back of good wins. They've got their momentum. They're rolling now. They don't want to take their foot off the brake. They don't care who the opposition is. They want to smash sides every week.
Forget about this week for a second.
Okay.
What needs to be done here in for the rest of this season?
Good. That's a good question. For the rest of the season.
Yeah, what needs to be done?
Oh, no. I'll tell you what, and it won't happen. Alistair Clarkson has to
Go.
No. He has to start defending as a coach.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He has to start defending. If they've got a percentage of 48,
Is that what it is? No.
well, you've got to defend. They've got to pay more. They've got to concentrate more on defending.
Well, the thing is...
If you've got a percentage of 48, you've got to stop the leak. That means that the team's kicking twice as much as you are.
I agree.
The defence first.
But the other thing is, I feel sorry
Stop
for
the bleeding.
I feel sorry for the kids who turn up every week, and like we've gone through it. I'm talking about the raw young kids.
But
here.
that's right. But where's the environment, V? You talk about your mate Jason Orn Francis. The bloke walked into the club with no leadership. He had no one to turn to. He was in a club that lost 2 games.
That's poor.
A sacked coach.
Won 2 games, you mean?
Sorry, won 2 games. A coach got sacked midway through. He was lost. He's come straight out of, the apron strings of his mum. Like, do you know what I mean? And he goes to a club that is a rabble, right?
I know.
Luke McDonald, in his first year, played in the preliminary final.
I know. Correct.
And the lockers around him were Swallow, Thomas, Petrie, Harvey. It goes on.
It goes on.
Right? So was the environment, or is the environment right for young kids at the moment, particularly Horn Francis when he walked in?
No.
And what's it say for McKercher and
I know,
Wardlaw and Sheasel?
But I'll say one thing. McKercher, Wardlaw, Sheasel, Dersma, though, well, not that I hear it, but I don't see them sucking it up on the field. Sheasel gets 30. McKercher gets 30.
Yeah.
George is just a beast.
Yeah, I get you.
And Dersma, okay, he's got a bit of work to do, but he has a crack.
Yeah, I get you.
The only thing that he ate me up about Horn Francis was he never had a crack. Like, he just sooked it up. You could tell he sooked it up early, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know.
That's a fair assumption. What about, so I think defending, what as far as the rest of the year.
We haven't got the cattle to defend. This is the problem.
And so this now turns to what do they do at the end of the year?
I'll tell you one thing right now. If they think Clarko's going to help us, evolve and get better and whatever, if he doesn't get 2 big defenders or 2, mainstay defenders at the end of this year, I'll go.
Well, I think
I
think more than defenders. I just reckon 5 players that can walk into that club.
But you need 5 experienced players.
So,
another bloke sits there. He disagrees about the experience side.
Before you talk, and before you talk about players, Paul Roos, right? He got to Melbourne and coached 3 years at Melbourne. It was defence first, and then he handed it over to Goodwin and said, "Right, your structure's right." Maybe Clarkson wasn't the right decision on that aspect.
Maybe
because
not.
Clarkson probably is
Well, he would have came in. He would have came in and gone, "This is how we're doing it."
Yeah,
he would have.
He's a high end coach.
He would have thought Hawthorn, and this is how we did it, and this is how we're going to do it. It doesn't work like that anymore because the game's changed.
Yeah,
it's evolved. It's a different type of football, if you want to call it that.
Yep.
And look, I was one that got sucked in and go, "Oh, we got Clark. We'll be right."
Exactly.
Doesn't work like that.
But he hasn't developed anything. Who's he developed?
I know, and I was talking to someone about this that you would know, and he said our development of plays is poor.
Yeah, it is,
and it is. It is. Has LDU improved?
But is it because
has LDU improved? I'm just saying after he's been here for quite a while now.
There was a moment there I thought he was definitely on the right track.
But he hasn't really
he's
taken
fallen
the
back
next
with
step.
the pack. Is it because of the environment? Again, I'll talk about the environment. Is it that?
Maybe. The environment, the culture, which is the same sort of thing.
Yeah, it is.
Well, then they do.
So then it goes back to, and I've been banging on about this, and you know this, senior footballers, and we were talking about that a minute ago. They need defenders, but they need to go to the AFL and not ask for assistance because every other club's going to say, "Oh, come on, we give them."
Well, they're going to say, how much more assistance
They
do you
go
want?
to the AFL and they tell the AFL, we need to bring in senior players. We need to sell our draft picks. People think that the first pick of the draft automatically is, let's get the best kid in the land.
Yeah.
No.
It doesn't work like that.
Why can't North with pick 1 next year
I'm
actually say, righto, we want pick A player, I won't say any players, but player A, B, and C from this particular club.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sell off draft pick 1.
Okay, so I'll give you, and I'm not having a go at this guy because I think he's okay, Will Phillips, right? I'm just going to use him as an example. Now, we had Logan McDonald. I know he's a forward, but do you go with the big...
Are you talking kids or are you talking senior players?
Oh, no, I'm talking about the time. I think they've gone too many on ballers. I'm saying this is
They have gone. You're right.
We're in this position because we've got far too many players that are just going to go through that middle.
Lopside. You're saying the balance is not right.
Yeah, the balance isn't right.
Yeah, that's fair
Everyone
enough.
got excited and goes, we've got Power, we've got Phillips, we've got everyone.
Yeah, that's
blah, blah,
fair
blah, 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 blah. We've got 15,000 on ballers. For me...
That's probably the problem. 15,000 on ballers in that midfield. You can't
Do you know
score.
what I mean? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then the thing is, the forward, then they kick it up there to Larky. Zerha's he's not a big marking forward.
So Rory Lobb will help.
Someone like that.
So target Rory Lobb. I wrote a couple of players' names down
Please,
I'm going to
talk
throw
to
at
me.
you
Yep.
that are unrestricted agents and restricted. So, okay, this is not at all, but Jason Johannesson?
Yes. He'd run off half back.
That's right. Runs off half back, premiership player experience. Hey,
You
I'm pushing
stand
back
there,
in.
you stand there,
That's right.
you do this.
That's right.
Correct.
Liam Duggan, premiership player.
Yes.
Lure him back home. He's an unrestricted agent. Tim Membry, a forward that could support Larky.
How old's Tim Embry?
He'd be 28, 29, I'd
You
say.
know what? Could he
But
support
you can
Larky?
get a couple of 30-year-olds. There's nothing wrong with
No,
that.
no,
You
but-
just don't back it up or load it up with 30-year-olds.
But you put Tim Membry in North's forward line. It changes
exactly
up for
right.
Larky.
So
take the pressure off.
That's right. Now, Josh Battle's a restricted agent, so that might be a bit difficult. But Josh Battle, younger,
probably going to be hard to get.
Will Haywood, no chance, but still, he's a restricted agent. They should be looking at him.
He'd be ideal.
That's right. And these players, like again, Jesse Hogan's out of contract.
Yeah, but isn't he 32?
Again,
33?
you can get a couple. You don't have to get 4.
Nah.
But it's okay to get a couple. Gary Rowan.
Perfect.
What I'm getting at is...
Yeah, you're talking about humans with experience.
My theory can work. You can target those players. I've got a couple more
we're
here.
in a position where,
Well, Jeremy Howell and Hoskin Elliott at Collingwood,
yeah.
they're restricted agents, tough, and Hugh McCluggey, it's your mate. He's restricted.
Yeah.
Now, there are two other
Don't know
players.
if there's certain players that would like
the combination.
Yeah.
There are 2 other players. Caleb Daniel, premiership player.
Yep.
Luke Parker can't get a game at Sydney.
Okay. Caleb Daniel, what's he going to offer North?
Again, experience.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair point.
He's a good user of the ball. He's short in his short game. Okay, he sprays it a bit when he's forced to go long.
Luke Parker's injury prone. That's the problem.
He is injury prone, but it's about the
Do we
brains
need
and the
another?
off field.
I know experience. I agree
you know
with
what
you.
I mean?
But do we need another in and under tough?
No, good point. Yeah, good point.
We're going to waste it. We're going to waste a player.
Good point.
He's going to do what George
right
does,
now,
and George is going to do it better.
Yeah, that's true. But right now they've won 1 of 30 games. Their last 30. They've won 4 quarters this year out of 36.
Is that just outrageous? I've never seen anything like it.
It's
in
madness.
my day, in my time since I've been alive.
So I'll ask you then, the cull, the 20. There were 2 culls.
And this is why we are where we are.
Yeah. But the second cull didn't have to happen. The first cull, the 2016,
They got rid of
Boomer, Petrie, those sort of names. Ferrito, Del Santo,
Thompson,
Waite, although Waite moved on himself. But the second one, was it necessary? They delisted 11 players and moved on 13.
So who that was Mason Wood, those guys.
Mason Wood, Durden, Declan
right.
Mountford, Will Fordham. And I know they're players that didn't have, but it's.
I know, but
they
players.
took 13 players off that list.
Correct.
And they replaced it with, they overpaid Jared Polak.
Oh, dear.
Gave up pick 11.
This is the thing that makes me want to go crazy.
And the following year, we're not involved in the draft until pick 31.
And who did we get?
At pick 31.
Do you remember who we got?
I don't know.
Okay. No,
Good question. I should have researched that one.
But
you know what I mean? And then they get Josh Walker and Aidan Bonner.
Look, they went and got, look, here's another one for you. They went and got Jared Pollock, and we'll throw in, not steak knives. You can get 6 donuts for $2.
That's right.
Jasper Pittard.
Give
me a spell.
What's going on there?
What was he going to offer?
They wasted. And then I'll look at pick 11 that they gave up for Jared Polak, and these were the players that hadn't been drafted at the time or picked up. Bobby Hill, James Rowbottom, Jordan Clark, Xavier Dersma, Xavier O'Halloran, Tom Sparrow, James Jordan, and Justin McInerney, all taken after pick 11.
I didn't know that, mind you.
I'll tell you other players in that clubs picked up like diamonds in the rough from that era. Liam Baker, Brodie Moychek, Joel Martley, Lockie Schiltz, Toby Bedford, Callum Wilkie, Tom Atkins, and Kay Chandler. So it could have been
a different ballgame.
It could have been avoided.
What Callum Wilkie? Now there's a name, right? He's a gun. I know we talk about St Kilda, but as an individual, he's a gun.
So this is what I'm getting at in micro, like it's man-made disaster.
Man-made disaster. And you know what's sickening? I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon.
Well, it won't. It won't.
And, what about the other thing? I know we've spoken about Paul Roos with Kingy. What happened there?
Do you know what happened there?
Well, something about he had a crack at North or something.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, don't quote me on it. But David King had a crack back saying, well, you were there when all this started. Well,
that's right.
He's meant to be helping us.
Yeah, that's right.
North paid him a lot of money to sit where? In the other side of
in
the
Hawaii.
world or wherever. Sit on the other side of the world. And what did he do?
Wasted money.
Oh, give my mate Dave Noble a job.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Give
right.
the accountant a job.
Well, there's another disaster. That's the 2020. They were the 6th oldest team at the time.
Incredible.
They had the most amount of 25 to 29-year-olds in the league at that time, and they stripped it back.
What were they thinking?
So the bare numbers just show it, don't they?
Bad. Bad. And you know what? But to finish up today, What do you think's going to happen what do you think's going to happen the rest of the year? Not what you want to happen.
They won't win another game. They can't, because game's about momentum. And North, when they don't have a lot of momentum, but you talk about teams that have good momentum when they've lost at what they do, like Collingwood, when they don't have the momentum, the opposition's kicking goals, they're already structuring, they're already thinking about what.
Okay, how do we stem the tide?
Okay, getting on that, they can't. How can that change next week? How can that change in 3 weeks?
No, it's not.
During the course of the year, it can't.
They will tin us a game. You know that.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah, hold me to that. I think I'll tin us one game.
I'll hold you to that.
And quite possibly could be West Coast here, right? Richmond will get players back, so we can't beat. We're not in the Richmond mould. Not even close. Not when Richmond's got even half of their players that are injured back. We haven't got many injuries either. Remember
no, there's
that.
no injuries.
Who's injured that you go, that's a big Logue, but he's been gone for a year.
Logue's been gone for a long time.
Right. There's no one else that you go, oh, geez, he makes a difference.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Well, there you have it. Another episode of North Club Corner in the books. Let us know in the comments your thoughts about North. Are we too harsh? Or are we justified? We love reading all your comments and we'll reply to all of you. And, of course, don't forget to tune in to our live stream of Essendon versus North this Sunday at 1 p.m. and we'll see you at the next one.